All right, my friends, we are officially live. It is Thursday, Thirsty Thursday. Speaking of thirst, we're sipping some coffee here. So, what's going on? Let me just do the usual stuff here. Get the push notification sent out, everyone tag, all that sort of good stuff. And let's get things rolling here, man. Let's get things rolling. All right, let's see. First comes first. Let's do the old everyone tag. Join us. Come on now. Hopefully I can type live now. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. All right, so drop a comment once you guys see the old everyone tag there, meaning you guys get tagged over in your Facebook notifications. Comment the word tag. Also, guys, do this too. If you guys have team members here that are here today, if you guys have team members here in this group, and I'm sure tons of you do me a favor, tag them in this right now. Tag them in this post right now. Let them know that we're live. And I'm waiting on a special guest. So we'll see if they can make it. Hopefully they do. We'll see what happens here in a second. So also, let me go get the push notification sent out, and you guys hopefully saw some push notifications sent out there earlier. Let me see here. All right, boom. Push notification sent out. So comment the word push once you guys get that push over on your cellular devices, and we'll go from there. Okay. So again, if you guys have people, you guys have team members here in the group right now, make sure that you guys tag them right now. There's the push notification. So comment push. Let me know that you guys got that. Comment, tag, push your team members. Let's get the algorithm going. Let's get jacked up. Let's get ready to rock. And let's get this started here. Let's get this started, shall we? So I'm super excited, guys. I'm super excited. We have so much momentum going on right now. Global is open. The doors are open. We're building up towards that phase 2, that massive momentum, that wave, that big sort of, real push that you get once the word gets out there on social media. We've seen it happen so many times over the years where, we've just seen these just massive growth on social media. So make sure that, you guys are staying plugged in here so we can give you every tool, every resource, everything that you guys need to really get out there, crush it, and take advantage of this massive momentum, guys. All right. So once again, if you guys have team members here, make sure that you guys are tagging your team members so we can get out there and let them know. Let's get this fired up. Let's get this rocked up into the algorithm. Also, too, if you guys are watching on a tablet or a phone, make sure that you guys are liking this, heart this, like this. Again, do whatever you guys can to get the algorithm rocking and rolling. Also, just make sure you guys are paying attention. Comment fired up if you guys are fired up right now. And there we go. Another push notification went out. Sent 2. Make sure we're rocking and rolling here. So comment fired up if you guys are fired up. So I'm just waiting on my special guest to, show up. Nicole, I know Nicole has team members here. Nicole, tag your team members down below. Shannon, Catherine, everybody, tag your team members down below. Let me know. Let them know that we're live right now. So hopefully my special guest will be joining me here. Hello. Hold on a second. Do you guys hear that? What the? Hold on. I gotta see what that is. I'm hearing noises coming from the other room over here. I don't know what's going on. Hang on. You just let yourself in? You just let yourself in my kitchen? This guy's supposed to be joining me here. He just lets himself into my kitchen, starts drinking my coffee like it's his own home.
Playing with the dog.
Hey, you guys, here, turn the volume down on that. You guys see this? Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
This is what you do every day, huh, Dan? Hey, how we doing? Hey, Sam. Simone.
I'm gonna refresh my coffee here. Let
me get a little bit too. You don't mind, right?
Yeah, help yourself. So I know it sounds crazy, but yep. Bill is in the neighborhood, and he
doing a little workcation.
Yeah, a little workation. Here's what's really cool, guys. I shared this with you guys earlier. Is that and you know what? We'll tell a couple of stories today. Is that I've actually worked with Bill. I've known Bill since 2017 is when we met, right? With that other company there, 2017.
Yes. Yep.
So I've known this guy for almost 8 years. You guys believe that? Come at 8. Come at 8. That's crazy. I've known this guy for almost 8 years, and I've never met him. I've literally never met him in person. Like, we've been in and around, so many other events, and we've just never crossed paths. And then he was on vacation down in Florida, and he drove, and literally spur of the moment, he's like, "Oh, hey, on the way back when I'm driving home, I'm gonna swing through Myrtle." And I was like, "Dude, cool." So it was really, really cool. Good to have you here. And now we're just two dudes. Make sure you look right here. See where the green dot is?
Yep.
That's where you're gonna be looking.
You got it.
He's probably looking over here.
Dan can't stop training.
I know. I'm sorry. Constant trainer.
So now we're masterminding.
Yeah. So
Woo!
now
global takeover.
Yeah. Now we're just two dudes drinking coffee and hanging out with you guys. So we hope that's okay. We hope that's okay with you. So you know what? Let's kind of talk about where you're at in your business. You're able to take a vacation and call it a workation. So guys, comment the word workation, because that's exactly what Bill's doing. He literally grabbed his girlfriend. They went down to Florida, and how long were you in Florida?
So we did 4 weeks there.
4 weeks.
She works remote.
Yep.
With a
Also
job.
Yep.
Me. I can go anywhere, and that brings up a good point. Dan and I were just talking. South Carolina, the average income here is pretty low, but when you do what we do, it doesn't matter where you're at. So
we were literally just talking about this outside.
Yeah, I mean you can go anywhere. So that's just another great thing about our industry, network marketing, MLM, affiliate, whatever you want to call it. It's just the best, and I'm taking advantage of it.
Yep. So, can you guys hear us? I just want to make sure you guys can hear us okay. Put a 2 in the chat if you guys can hear us okay. Just want to make sure we're coming in loud and clear. What's up, Bert? What's up, Leslie? Good to have you guys on here. Mark, what's up? Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. It's a nice little surprise when you guys can, having an online, wait for it, global business, having an online global business. You don't have an opportunity to meet the people that you work with all the time. So it's nice to be able to do things like this. And, we're going to set up a nice dinner tonight.
Yep. We'll have some steak dinner tonight.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. So talk about, being able to have a workation, something where it's like you can go away, you can book a trip, and you still can, you can crack open your laptop. You can kind of just work when you want, network when you want, plug in when you want, and then you can go to the beach whenever you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm loving it. I did. We had a lot of fun, a lot of eating out.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I'm remote. I always wanted to be. I haven't been able to do it because I have family at home, daughters and stuff. But I always wanted to be that nomad life. I used to watch the YouTube channels of the nomads, and they just travel the world and they do remote work compared to what we're doing. So yeah, I mean,
yes, Corey, I agree. He wants to do a team conference. I agree with that.
What's that?
Like a team. We'll do a team event.
Oh, absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, we talked about that too. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I could work anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
On that note, I mean, everyone's got to get there. And I was thinking, Dan, we're not rehearsed or nothing. We're just gonna shoot the stuff. But I was thinking just now when you were doing your intro, is that there's something in this industry. It's like pay your dues, and it's an old saying, pay your dues.
Mm-hmm.
And some people think that it's just luck or you got there. And I always say that thing, you're one person away. Everyone's heard me always say it, but there's a little bit more about paying your dues. There's really one reason why I've been able to take this business so I can do this, because everyone has that opportunity. to do a workation and get there, because you could just be in an opportunity if you don't have the income coming in. I mean, it's hard to do a workation.
Yep.
So paying your dues could be quicker than long, but at the end of the day, it really is because the stuff that you teach in the morning a lot is that, you know, when you hear that thing, don't quit, you think, oh, it's a cliche and all that, but it's really true. I've paid my dues, meaning when I participate in something long-term, usually, is that people gravitate, and it's not just everybody, it's captains and leaders. They gravitate to me, not because I'm special. It's just because they say, this guy's been in the industry, he doesn't chase shiny objects, and people watch that.
Yep.
And that's where I'm able to be where I'm at. Like, I attract, I mean, sales are great. Personal sales are great, but there's a whole nother level that you'll learn when you stick with something that's working, and push and push and push. And then all of a sudden, like we say, that one person away, it doesn't matter. When I say paying your dues,
you did the thumbs up. You got the little. You got the little thing there. So.
Gotcha. See, I didn't even know. You could literally be in a business 1 month or 30 months, have no success, and that 1 month you could nail a monster, you know, a whale, and literally
a top producer.
Change your life. You could go 30 months and the same thing can happen, and it works the same way.
Yep.
It's not a luck part, but that's what happens. So what I always say is, my biggest message is, don't get discouraged if it's taking longer than what you want, because it cannot not happen. It is 100% going to happen if you're in it. And that is not a line, because Dan joined my business.
Yep.
Okay. We didn't know each other. Okay. He gravitated to me somehow. We talked, and he came in. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying that, you know, another thing is, like, to use the products. Don't beat yourself up. I see, Dan, you do these trainings every morning.
Yep.
And I see the number one thing. You'll be rolling, and then someone says, I can't wait to make my first sale.
Yep.
Lose that mentality.
Yep.
Say, I can't wait to make, you know, you're gonna make sales. That's 100%. You're gonna make sales.
Yeah.
But every sale's different. And if you're in it and you're enjoying yourself, enjoy your business. I always say, you always see me comment, Dan, have fun.
Yeah.
Everyone's beating themselves up.
Yeah.
Have fun, use the products.
Yeah.
Not to go all over the place, but I use the travel portal to book this vacation everywhere I went.
Yeah.
I booked through our travel portal. It was like $2,200 for 8 days, and I got it for $1,500 and change.
Yep.
Through Zingo with my econ.
Yep.
So I'm just saying that it's gonna happen, but build this business like you spent $100,000 instead of $100.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Or $25.
Yeah, exactly.
Treat it like a $100,000 business. Does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense if that makes sense there. You know, treat your business as if you invested thousands of dollars into this. Just like, you know, going to college, you know, you're going to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to go to college. So you're going to take the time, you're going to study the books, you're going to study the courses, you're going to go to the lectures, you're going to, you know, do the thesis, you're going to do all that stuff. You're going to put the effort in because you want to get the result out. Your online business is the same thing. You wouldn't just try it for 5 minutes and then quit 24 hours later because you didn't make $1 million. No, treat it like a real business. And, you know, the reason, you guys need to understand this, like, the reason why Bill's able to take a workation, he can go to Florida for 4 weeks. He can come to Myrtle Beach for a week and just kind of go wherever he wants, whenever he wants. The reason why he's able to do that is because of his longevity in this business, his ability to be consistent over a period of time. And, you know, for a lot of you guys that, hey, I've been in this for a week and I haven't made a sale yet. It's like, you gotta think big picture. You gotta think long term. So comment big picture, guys. Make sure you guys are smelling what we're stepping in here. Okay.
And on that
smells
note, good. You gotta when I say you're an entrepreneur, you're not just in. Hi, Katie. Hi. Good morning. So you gotta. When I say treat the business like it's something special, I rarely, I can't say always, I rarely, when people ask me what I do, especially down here and in Florida, I rarely say I'm a network marketing. I used to do that.
Yep.
I'm an affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, it was easy to explain to strangers because I'd say, like I refer and I get paid.
Yep.
That was, I'm going to tell you what I've said multiple times. It's better. It makes you feel better. And I'm not talking about when you're working online. I'm talking about when you meet people. You just meet people. And I just did it at this hotel. So I'm staying at the Marriott residence, we don't want people.
Right on the water.
Somewhere on the water. So with that said, the guy, when I got there, because we got a late check-in, he did they gave my room away. So I'm sitting there and I was doing the poker face. He took me to another room and showed me. And he goes, "You happy with that room?" And I did the poker face, if you know what I mean. I just went, And I didn't say anything. And I'm just doing this. And he's looking down, he's typing. So he upgraded me. But right before he upgraded me, he asked me, "Are you here a business?" Da, 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 da. I said, I'm doing a little workation. He goes, "What do you do?" And I looked at him straight in the eye and I went, "I actually own a travel portal online. I have an internet business. I booked through my travel portal." I told him I owned it. I'm an owner because I am an owner. We all own a travel portal. And he started typing and he gave me, my card's black, my key to get in my room. Everyone else has a white card. He gave me an executive suite when I told him that. So I got the upgrade.
Yep.
So when I'm just telling you, be proud. You own a $1 trillion industry.
Yep.
Financial services combined with travel.
Yep.
It's $1 trillion industry.
Yep.
That's what you invested in.
Yeah.
That's what you invested in. You're a recruiter for your own business.
Yep.
So
I got speaking of the products, guys, I got a question for you guys. A lot of you guys have jobs, right? How many of you have actually done the income shifting? How many of you guys have done that and adjusted your W-4? If so, comment W-4 down below. Also, if you guys did that and you guys got more back in your paycheck, comment, if you want to, comment the amount back that you're getting every single month. I know some people have shared this before and it's hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So comment W-4 if you guys actually did the income shifting and then how much money you got if you want to share that. You don't have to, but just comment W-4 if you guys actually did that. Because you guys got to remember, our business is here. Remember, and we talk about this not only here in the team trainings, but we also talk about this when we do our Tuesday webinars during the live presentation. Our business is here to help you make and save more money. All right, so Corey, perfect example. Corey got an extra $150 a week. Okay? That's $600 a month.
that's
$600 a month.
money.
Mark, holy shit. Are you guys reading this? Are you guys reading this right now? Okay, Shannon, $500 a month. Mark, $700 a month. Wow. Corey, $600 a month. If you're not doing the income shifting, what the hell are you waiting for? Isabella, $780 a month. What? Are you guys this is why we have the business that we do.
You got to share this.
Share this information. My gosh, go create some content around this. You got every single one of you guys that just commented this, you guys should have a video today on YouTube today, right now. When we're done, go make the video. Take this energy, take this vibe, take this excitement right now. Go make a video and just say keywords, right? Keywords, right? We talk about that on YouTube, right? My econ W-4 or my econ income shifting, right? Go make a video and say, hey, I just did this and now I'm making an extra, $600, $700, $400, $500 a month. Oh my gosh, right? Mary, $822 a month. Are you kidding me?
It's insane.
My gosh. Guys, this is why we do what we do, so we can share this information. You guys can also share that. You guys can also create some content and go share that over in our results Facebook group. Okay, and this is, to be honest with you, and I will be the first one to admit this, we don't talk about the products enough.
We don't.
We don't talk about the products enough. We always talk about the business, getting out there, creating content, 4-point formulas, getting people to the webinars, all that stuff. We talk about, the business part of it all the time. But what we also need to be talking about more is the products and services, because I mean, proof, data, right in the numbers right now, right down in the comments. The people that are using this gain some serious benefit from it, and that needs to be shared. That really, really needs to be shared. Does that make sense, guys? Comment makes sense. Like, we got a lot of people saving a lot of money here. So, you know, and of course, you know, just like sales in the rotator's not guaranteed. The income shifting isn't guaranteed. But the point is to go do it. You know, if you have a job, if you have a job, go do it. Go do it, guys, because you don't know until you actually go do it. You guys could be saving massive amounts of money, and we want you guys to save money. We want you guys to use the products and get the true benefit of our business, okay?
And use all the products.
Yeah.
The cash flow manager. You want to talk about write-offs?
Yeah.
That's insane. Like,
Yep.
this whole thing is a write-off.
Yeah.
Me coming here, you know?
Yep. Yeah, it's and that's why, you know, Bill shared earlier, you know, like, you know, he used the travel portal and he saved what, $800, $500, $800, whatever it was. And that's off public pricing. And if you don't know this, if you're not aware of this, if you don't utilize the products, you're going to end up paying more. And you could be utilizing the products and you could be making and saving more. I love all those comments that came in. Those are massive, massive savings. That's insane. So, I mean, so the people that commented, right? I think I saw Corey, I think I saw Mark, Shannon, Isabella, Mary. Let me ask you a stupid, simple question for those of you guys that commented the dollar amount. Does that extra income that you're now receiving every month, does that help you and your family? Or more importantly, what are you doing with that extra money that you're now getting? Are you paying off debt? Are you investing with that? Are you using that to put towards, you know, college fund? Like, does that money help you and your family? And then what are you doing with that extra money? Just share your story a little bit. Share that down in the comments. I'd love to see that. I'd love to kind of shout you guys out on that. That's awesome. Like, we saw some really big numbers there. That was really, really cool.
You know, on the real quick, as they're doing this on the travel portal, I always tell you how many times I tell you this, Dan, every week. The travel portal, you know, let's just say we
need a coffee top off.
We came from, you know, a quote unquote savings club. We can still talk about that, right, Dan? And the travel portal, even though we call it a travel portal, it really is a savings membership. It's not just travel. They have tickets. They have restaurants.
Tapped out.
They have all kinds of different, if you click the headers in the menu, there's all other kinds of savings on things that you use every single day. Restaurants, you know what I mean? So I just want you to know I use that. And what it did for me is, you know, I'll just tell you, let the cat out of the bag. It took me to restaurant.com, but everyone else was paying for the restaurant.com gift certificates. They're paying a certain price. And ours was discounted insane. Like, I got $100 worth of credits for, I think, $12. I purchased in the, and I was just doing it to test because I got to know my product. But I couldn't believe when I saw it. So there's just so many good things there that we need to utilize. And Dan, one thing, and you admitted it, we're together here. One thing we can agree on, we got to do a better job with products.
100%. 100%.
We should do more, but we're just getting going. There's only so much you can do, you know?
You know what? One of the things I was thinking about, well, actually, remind me to finish that thought. A couple of people commented here. I asked you guys, like, you know, what were you guys using the savings for? Corey is using the extra money that he's getting from the income shifting to put towards a down payment on his new house. Awesome. Love that. Mary says using it towards her grandkids. Awesome. Nice. Shannon says, duh, it helps. Obviously, okay. Paying down debt, right? Specifically a new furnace. Awesome. Love that. Isabella was saying she just used the travel site she's up in New England now. Isabella's actually down here from Myrtle Beach. She's up in New England right now. Saved, I think she said $800+.
True story. Isabella came up in my thing saying she was interested in something local that I was looking at.
Oh,
I was like, oh, I'm going to run into Isabella. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Go on, Dan.
So what I was thinking to do, and this is, again, this ties directly into the products. This is one of the things that we need to do better. I think what we want to do here in our Facebook group, and you guys can let me know in the comments what you think. Right now in the Facebook group, like when you look at the featured pinned posts, like up at the top of the page, right? We have a lot, it's mostly business stuff, right? Hey, make sure you guys go here, do this. Hey, make sure you guys, you get in the rotator, you whatever, right? We have a lot of that stuff, but we don't have anything about the products. So one of the things that I want to do to welcome people to the group is I think we need to have something in there about, hey, if you have a job, you need to go do the income shifting now, and then come back to that video and then put down in the comments how much money you saved doing the income shifting. And I think for people that are new, that are joining our group, they're going to see that video and they're going to be like, wow, I got to go do this. I got to go do this income shifting. So what do you guys think of that? Do you think that would help some of our team members if they were to see your post, see your feedback, see the money that they could be saving, that they could be putting back in their pocket? I think that's something that we need to do here in the Facebook group. And then I can also create another video in the team training site that kind of points towards that video. So that way it's a direct connection. And then again, it really goes to lending credit to the fact that our products and services are really great. And we have people that are utilizing them and then saving big. They're putting more money back in their pocket, that's what we talk about. That's literally what we talk about in our webinars and in our business. So I think that would be a really good idea.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You got to be a product of the product.
Yep. 100%. Okay. So also keep in mind, Linda, to your comment, you have no idea how to use the products. Guys, right in our team training site, there's a whole membership section in there that goes over how to use the products. And it goes over every single one. It goes over travel. It goes over income shifting. It goes over credit repair. It goes over all of those. So again, a lot of times it's easy. It's easy to get overwhelmed with all of the information. That's why they call it info overwhelm. But you guys have the how-to right in your team training site. There's a whole training section. Wait for it. It's called How to Use Your Membership. So if you don't know how to use the products, go to the How to Use Your Membership section and start going through it. But I get it, it's like I said, it's easy, guys, because there's so much information in our team training and in our app. I mean, you could get lost for a month at a time because again, there's so much information there. So just take your time, take a breath, go through it, all that other stuff. But yeah, guys, what else do we want to talk about? What do you guys want us to talk about? Okay. Is there a standard deduction for mileage? You know what? There is, but the mileage deduction depends on your vehicle. It depends on your state. And it also depends on a percentage of how much you're using your vehicle for your business. Get with your tax consultant to figure that whole thing out, because that's not a number that I'm going to give you.
I will tell you that it's funny you said that. The number one write-off, the founder of My Econ, one of the founders, that's his favorite category, the mileage.
Yeah.
So it must be good.
Yeah. Also, so think about this too. Bill drove his own personal vehicle down to Florida and then here to Myrtle. All that mileage, all that gas, all the meat, literally all the meals that he's eating around here, the hotels, those are all tax deductible business expenses. They're all tax deductible business expenses. And that stuff you could all be recording inside of your cash flow manager and keeping track of all those things. So come tax time, and here's what's really cool. I literally just did this because I just sent my paperwork off to get my taxes done, utilizing our digital services, by the way, and everything was done online. I literally just sent the zip file off to the tax professional and everything was recorded online. And it made it really, really simple. So, you guys really should be utilizing, the services that we have. And now something brand new for 2025, which again, we haven't really talked about all that much, is the Viro tax. You guys have a tax professional inside of My Econ. Did you guys even know that? You guys have something called Viro tax, which is now one of your products that is available inside of your business that you guys could be utilizing for yourself, and you guys could also be talking about.
And get paid.
And get paid. Yes. Yeah, and get paid. So if someone needs a tax professional, or you want to create content for people that need a tax professional, you can share your Viro tax coded link It's not one of our funnel links. It's in your My Econ members area. You could share your Viro tax link. People could use that.
Oh, someone used it.
Celeste says she used it. Awesome.
Nice.
Celeste, if you can, I don't know if your taxes are done, if they're in the process of getting done. If you could put in there, just a really quick 1 or 2 sentences, like what was the process like for you? Was it, streamlined? Was it simple? Was it easy to navigate?
And give it to us because we don't know.
Yeah,
I'm going to find out.
And obviously let us know real quick like what the process was like for you. And also like hopefully you used Shannon's about to use it. Awesome. Love it. So, hopefully you were able to claim a lot of business deductions and, get the most amount of money back. That's again, guys, that's Linda, trust me. I can tell you, from a business standpoint, when you're claiming not only personal, like when you're claiming job income, but when you're also claiming business income, it's about $250 to get your taxes done. I can tell you from experience, that is not expensive. It's not. I've paid up to, I think, $400 to have my taxes done, but I also write off a lot. My tax professionals for years have always like they get every single tax deduction they can. So it costs me a little more, but $250 is not a lot of money. Trust me.
If it's just a W-2 business and you're not in the industry,
yeah,
of course you can go to anywhere. You can do it yourself.
But yeah. If you did something like H&R Block or you did something like TurboTax or whatever, and you're just claiming like your W-2, then that's going to be cheap. Quote I got was 500. I don't know. 500 seems crazy. I would circle back.
But I'm glad to see this stuff because I'm going to be on the horn with Ivy later, and I want to report this stuff to them because this is a new product for us. So I appreciate this.
So Celeste said she just had hers done, and said super easy process. You upload your docs. They call you and have it done within 2 days. Love that. Excellent. Celeste, thank you for that comment. Okay. Oh, it cost you $400. Okay. All right. So maybe the prices are a little bit north, but hopefully, it's Celeste's case. She said it was super easy. So that's good. And hopefully Celeste, you had some good savings. I mean, you don't have to share your savings. If you saved a good amount of money, comment savings, like in all caps. You don't have to share that if you don't want to. Gary's paying. Oh yeah. So also too, guys, proof of the numbers too, when it comes to taxes here, talking about getting your taxes done. You do not need an LLC to file tax deductions for your business. You don't need an LLC because for years, I didn't have an LLC. You can still be a sole proprietor and just use your social security number. Okay? So, yeah, Lori, you got to let me know which ones. There's about 1,000 videos in our vault. So to say some of them aren't working, I have no idea what you're talking about. So you got to let me know specifically.
And on that, when something's not working, when you're an entrepreneur, you just go to the next step. Just go to the next video. Don't even waste your time on something that's not working. Just move forward. Pile forward.
Yep. Yeah. Always be moving forward. Always be. Guys, what else should we talk about? What else you guys want to?
Well, Dan, I got something.
Oh yeah, go for
quick.
it. Yeah.
I want you to read this. So I sent this to the other day. The guy just asked me for the link this morning.
Yep.
So what do you say?
Yeah. Saw your post on Facebook about an upcoming event. I'm from Belgium. Okay.
Yeah, so this is right before we went with Global.
Yep.
So I sent him something there. I said Friday night I'll get you the link.
Yep.
Shame on me, I didn't get him the link. He says this morning, hey, I'm texting you to follow up. I didn't receive the link. I said, hey, good morning. We are live global now. Just go down to the bottom and join.
Yep.
Message you back your username and I'll give you access to everything.
Yep.
And I said, very excited to have my first person from Belgium.
Yep.
Literally, this is big. This is big to be global.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Global
it's
takeover.
Huge. Yep. Huge. All right, what else we got in here? Oh, let's see if I can see that whole comment. Can I open that up? Come on. Oh, there it is. All right. Celeste saying if you use the budgeting tool, it makes it easier because they can figure out the write-off from that. Okay, yeah. He didn't save your money because, I gotcha. Does them super, super cheap. I gotcha. Cool. All right. Well, appreciate that. Appreciate all the feedback and everything coming in, guys. All right. What else do you guys want us to talk about, guys? What this right here? This doesn't happen often.
No.
This doesn't happen often. So you guys have us here. What do you guys want us to talk about? Anything business related? Anything product related? I want to talk about the steak we're going to order later on tonight. I'm kind of a ribeye guy myself.
Me too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Kind of a ribeye
My
guy.
favorite. On the bone, the cowboy steak.
Oh, there you go. Tomahawk. But, and that's, it's honestly, guys, it's the beauty of this business is, being able to work from home, being able to work anywhere you want. And, just like we were talking about earlier, make sure that you give yourself some grace. Make sure that you give yourself some leeway, give yourself some time. Everything that we've talked about almost every day here when we go live is your mindset and your attitude, and making sure that, you guys are investing into you. You guys are investing into those things, because if you're not investing into this, if you're not investing into your mindset and your attitude, you're going to quit. You're going to give up. You're going to throw in the towel. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to find a way to give yourself an excuse. But the only way that you're going to get here, and when I say here, I mean being able to do this full time. The only way that that's going to happen is investing into yourself. That's it. That's the only way that you're going to get there, right? When is the first team gathering? It's come up in conversation multiple times. I think now that we're global, I think we just need to pick a time and pick a location. I can tell you that Myrtle Beach is a great location. It's easy to get in and out of, and it's also cost effective.
Airport's so close.
And it's a great place for content. And that's also something to think about too. Anytime you travel anywhere, you want to get as much content as you can. And around here, I mean, you got the beaches, you got, I don't want to really call them clubs, but you got great joints, great places to go and hang out, great places to go and see. And the thing about Myrtle, especially compared to if you were to look at like Boston, LA, Chicago, even Orlando, Myrtle is very cost effective compared to those other places. YouTube, again, Linda, what YouTube training are you talking about? Are you talking about YouTube University? I don't know. I'm not sure what you're
got two there
talking about there. Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, Virginia Beach is really cool. I do like Virginia Beach, but again, I'm not as familiar with that as obviously I'm living down here in Myrtle for 2 years. Very familiar with that. Oh.
Yeah, everyone seems like everyone definitely got to do something. We've been talking about it. Let's just do it.
Yeah.
You've planned them before.
Yeah. So what about the YouTube videos? Don't you have access to? Again, Linda, give me as many details as you can. I mean, the YouTube videos work, they play. So what exactly is it that isn't working for you? Any other questions for Bill and I, guys? Any other things you guys want us to talk about? I will tell you guys this: we are working with. Shannon, you're from Chicago, right? Chicago is very expensive. So yeah, again, so if we're planning a team event, I think Myrtle would probably be a great place for that. A lot of people do Orlando. Orlando's great because obviously you have all the, you have Disney and all that other stuff down there, but that can get pretty expensive.
A lot of people do Vegas also.
Yeah, Vegas as well. Vegas is obviously very popular. You can do Vegas on the cheap. But again, I think the good news about having, some of us here, we can run down to local hotels and we can work out deals with them if we end up doing like a hotel.
We go right through Zingo.
Okay. All right, Linda, just message me directly, all right? Message me directly here on Facebook. I'll help you figure that out. What was it? One other thing I wanted to mention. I think I saw something in here. So Gary says, what do you think is the tipping point in your business? You know what? I'll give you mine. Bill can give you his in a minute. So the tipping point for me, I gotta go way back. I gotta go back to 2016. I got started, and in 2016, I literally signed up for everything. If I saw a cool video, if I saw somebody talking about making money online, I signed up for it. And in 2016, I probably signed up for at least a dozen make money online opportunities. And I might have made a couple of bucks here and there, but I had no idea what I was doing. I literally had no idea what I was doing. I was literally just jumping from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And this is where I see a lot of you guys are at now, not just you, but a lot of the people that are out there on social that are looking for make money online opportunities. You just jump from one thing to the next, hoping that, I remember the show Quantum Leap, hoping that the next leap is going to be the leap home, if you remember that show. But everyone hopes like the next thing they sign up for is going to be the thing, right? But for me, it wasn't till the tail end of 2016, beginning of 2017, that I heard an acronym that literally changed my life. And I know I've said this to you guys 1,000 times before. ILT. Comment ILT in the chat. Invest, learn, teach. I heard that acronym and something just clicked. Something just literally just clicked. Yeah, Quantum Leap was a great show. It really was. Scott Bakula. I don't know. But I learned that acronym, invest, learn, teach. So what does that really mean? You invest your time, sometimes money. Sometimes you pay a little money to learn something, right? You invest your time, sometimes money. Everyone comment ILT right now, because this, Gary just asked, what was the tipping point? This was my tipping point. You invest your time, sometimes money. You learn something, and then you turn around and you teach that to other people. So once I heard that, like the light bulb just went off. So what did I start doing? And I'm going to give you guys the biggest clue you could possibly get right now. And it's already something we've discussed. It's already out there. You just have to go do it. So in the beginning of 2017, I found a business that I was like, I like this. I really like this business. So what did I start doing? I invested my time into that business. I learned all the aspects of that business, AKA, you guys pick up what I'm putting down. Things like my econ, the products, the services, how to use it, everything. Everything to me became a piece of content. So I learned how to use the different products and services from this business that I was in back in 2017. I created a piece of content around it and I showed people how to use it. Everything in the back office, every tab, every product, every service, I created content on exactly how to use it, how I was doing it, what I was doing it, how they could do it too. And I started teaching people literally everything I was learning. And I started putting all these videos out on my channel. Hey, here's how do you do XYZ. Hey, here's how you use any tools or services that I had, things like ClickFunnels, email autoresponders, using live webinars, going live on Facebook, going live on YouTube. I was creating content around every single thing that I was learning. I invested my time, a little bit of money, I learned things, and I turned around and I taught that to other people. And I just created content on how to do stuff. After a couple of months, wasn't overnight, after a couple of months, people started being like, hey, that's the dude I want to join. That's the guy that I want to partner up with. And then in March, I made a few $100. April, I made a few $1,000. May, at a $9,000 month. You ready for this? In June, I had a $15,000 month. So all throughout the spring into summer of 2017, where I had my big breakthrough, my big tipping point, it was all because of ILT. Now, you guys, you could follow that same exact strategy that I just shared with you, and you could go through and create content. You guys invested your time, you guys invested your money into my econ, the funnel team, right? You guys could learn how our stuff works. You guys could turn around and teach that to others. You guys could create a video on income shifting, create a video on credit repair, create a video on the travel site, how to use it, create a video on the Viro tax, how to use it, how to get started, where to go, what to do. Like all of that, guys, is content. You guys want to learn how the funnel team works? Here, check it out. We got our team training set. You go through it, you apply this, you go this. We got this thing called the 4-point formula. There's another piece of content. Oh, by the way, did you know they do all the email marketing for you? Did you guys know that they train five times a week? Everything is content. Literally everything is content. Learn something, turn around, teach that to others. That's it. That was my tipping point.
So basically, you became a teacher.
I became a teacher.
Became a teacher, and anyone can be a teacher.
Yeah.
Anyone can be a teacher. You start out small, and on that note, so where was my turning point? So
let me just follow that on 1 second. 1 second. So I got to get serious with you guys here. Okay. What happens when you guys go to a really good restaurant or you guys see a really cool movie? What do you guys want to do? Like right after that happens, the very next day or later on that day, whatever. What happens when you guys watch a really great movie, or you guys binge watch a really great show on Netflix or Hulu, or you go to a really great restaurant, like the restaurant blew you away? What do you guys want to do? You want to turn around and tell somebody about it. Think of that same exact concept. You just experienced something really cool. You learned something about whatever it is that you were doing. Now you want to turn around and you want to share that experience with other people. This is the same thing. Same thing, right? Yeah, tell your sister about it. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell whoever's watching your video, right? Talk to one person, tell them exactly what you just experienced. So, your turning point.
Tipping point. So, it wasn't actually a tipping point, if you want to call it that, because I've been in the industry for so long. But the one thing that that gets me, we'll talk sales, like Dan was just talking. It's definitely hands down YouTube. Okay.
Yep.
I have people that will join. I have people that will join me when they're doing research and they see a video from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
They just like. Everyone likes different communicators, and Dan is really good at communicating. I have my way. I just do my thing. I speak in a way from authority. What things have I actually done? And some people like that. Some people say, I really want to work with you. Da 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 da. So with that said, that was my avenue. Me, I'm a little different than even some of the videos that Dan teaches with the TikTok and the short form. I'm an email list builder. I'm a list builder. Mm-hmm. I do a lot of emailing, but I got to get them in the front door, and one of them is YouTube and many other avenues. But my real tipping point was through experience, learning how to choose the right company. Mm. And with that said, made some mistakes that weren't my mistakes in my career. I've chose good companies where we made a lot of money, and some of the things have been missing, but we still had good runs, and you just learn as you go, no matter how old you are. And so the most important thing, I'm going to go backwards, I found out the hard way multiple times, even when I was killing it financially, is to work with leadership, corporate leadership that's ethical, that has integrity, that's honest. That right there is the most important. And I'm not just saying it because we have it now. It's that I was still with my econ since 2018, always active. But you learn if you add something. I added, no one knows this, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. Or I'm not gonna say the company, I added our other company that we were in the longest with the Funnel Team because it was global. It was the only reason why I added it. My sponsor, who I didn't even like, sent me emails every day about a new opportunity. And one time she sent me and said, why don't you ever join anything I do? And I said, because you always do dog crap. And it's a true story. Dan tells you. I emailed her back that. And then one day she emailed me, and as a joke, I joined her because it was global. And I sent her an email. I said, see, I joined you because you sent me something. So I added it because it was global. Well, it was kind of short-sighted because the ethical part and the integrity part was always missing. I sort of knew it, right, Dan? Mm-hmm. Just being real here.
Yep.
I fought behind the scenes. You guys have no idea. Dan will vouch for this now that we're together. Put my right hand up. He'll vouch for this now that we're together, that I fight for you guys. You guys don't see it. I fight for the team. And
there's a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff that we all do behind the scenes to, global. I mean, let's just use the biggest example right here. Like, our opportunity was not global, and we fought. We really fought to make that happen. Those are some of the things like, and those conversations take months, guys, months.
And I call people out. Dan's seen it, Kirsty's seen it when we have our chat rooms with leadership, and I call them out. It was straight up, you know, when they lie to us, you know, in our last company. So with that said, it's being able to choose an airtight company. So airtight starts, of course, with the compensation plan. Real quick, guys, if you're in this industry, here's a lesson for the whole industry. If you're in this industry, you want as many levels as possible, okay, in multi-level marketing. Anyone that has sold me or Dan, I don't want to say you guys, but just anyone that has sold you on 2-tier, oh, it's the greatest thing in the world, that's like having a job. Dan could go make $1 zillion right now with that style, not team building, but every day he'd have to get up 7 days a week and go get new sales because it's all on his shoulders. When you have what we have, let's just call it what it is. What's it look like? Yeah. Christmas tree.
A team. When you have a team.
You have a team, right? You have a team and you team build with the right compensation plan, where you can promote to unlimited levels. They have an option to get there. That is a business. That's airtight.
Yep.
Number 2, in our little hiatus, our little company that we did right before my econ, because our back was against the wall, I took this, right, Dan? We're speaking real. I took the responsibility. There was one part that I broke the rule. The smell test. The smell test is every dollar that comes through the front door, it has to at least be 50 points, 50%.
50% direct commissions.
To the enroller.
Yeah.
We dropped the ball on the last one, so it has to be 50 or more. We have more now.
We got 70.
We got 70, okay? And it's got to go to it. It's nice if it can get as close to 100% first month total team. So the enroller and then the whole hierarchy.
Yep.
And that's what we have here. So my real tipping point is being able to choose the right company. It's not always perfect. There's no perfect company, by the way.
No.
But that's why I'm saying with leadership that's honest. And Dan will tell you, so we got them thinking about global. And just like any company, and they're very straight up, but just like any company, they said, yeah, we'll do it. We'll get to it. They're busy just like us. They're a big company.
Yep.
And it got delayed. It didn't get delayed. They were doing little steps.
Yep.
But Dan will tell you, like, we did not let up on them. You guys didn't see this. When you guys were messaging it, when Dan was doing training and saying, when we going global? And Dan would say, 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks.
Yep.
And then 4 weeks goes by. I was behind the scenes calling them out in a professional way. Because here's the difference. You'll know how much I love my econ. In all my discussions since 2018, I've never raised my voice once with the leadership of my econ. With our past experiences, we've had some throwdowns.
Oh yeah.
Because we have dishonesty.
Yeah.
So honest company with integrity, with a soundproof compensation plan. So basically, my tipping point is choosing the right comp plan. I stay put. I'm stubborn, and if I see that my team is not eating, and that doesn't mean like, oh, someone here is not doing well, but if I look at the team and I say that, you know, even the superstars are not eating, I have a discussion with myself first, with the company, and then my partners, Dan and others, and we sit down and we talk about it.
Yep.
We keep it real. Because the way I build, I'm a team builder, and that's the other thing. Being a team builder, I shoot for captains, but I still shoot every day for personal sales. They pay for the peanut butter sandwiches. But I'm telling you that when you get a captain, or one of your team members gets a captain, even by accident, you just shoot to the top, even if you didn't do it.
Yep.
And that will outpace personal sales. You've got to do personal sales to get there. But that will beat any record personal salesperson in the long run. It's like, you know, it's like the turtle and the rabbit. It's the same story.
Yep.
And you will get there. So that means the person with the biggest team makes more money than the person with the most sales. But you got to get there.
Yeah.
So I hope that was my tip, being able to choose the right company. And I'm stubborn and I'm bulletproof. That's the last piece of that.
Yeah.
I'm bulletproof. Dan will tell you no one can come to me and recruit me when I am team building. when I'm in the zone, which I am, and I told Dan, I said, imagine if I didn't have added that deal because it was global, and we would have just pushed harder for global in 2018, we would have been in a different situation. Right?
Totally, yeah.
So,
and that's,
be bulletproof.
And that's it, yeah, Gary, you're welcome. And that's, what it comes down to, guys, is just, a key word that Bill just said there is bulletproof. And another way to look at that, another way to slice that is just longevity. You pick a great company, a great team, a great compensation plan, and you never give up. You never stop moving forward. You always keep moving forward. You always give it everything you got, and you keep going because you have that, I told you guys, big picture. You have that big picture, long-term focus in there. And when you have that, I mean, that's all you need, guys. That's literally all you need is that big picture, long-term focus. And you just got to keep going, keep learning, keep developing, keep, giving it all you got, and it will happen. It will happen. And we were literally just talking about this, the other day that when we look at our track record, when we look at the different companies that we've been a part of since 2016, 2017, we've always built big teams. It always happens. It never doesn't happen. It always happens. You just got to give it the time that it needs to get there. You got to give it the time that it deserves to allow yourself to get to that point that you want to be at. So hope that makes sense, guys.
One last point on that, Dan. When people quit in the first month, when I say be bulletproof and they go chase a shiny object,
well, 2 days in after they make 3 sales.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I don't know what we always use McDonald's. I gotta use McDonald's. If you bought a McDonald's for $1 million and you didn't sell enough burgers in 2 weeks, and you called the regional new sales owner, whatever they are, the managers, and you called them and say, I didn't sell enough burgers. I made no profit in 2 weeks, and I put $1 million out. Would you just quit next month? And that's what I mean. I'm an owner of this $1 trillion industry. I want you to go out. One thing I want to get your head right, and I'm so glad to be here, Dan. One thing is switch what you're doing, okay? Because you'll talk differently. You'll be more important. You own, even if you don't own, even if you're not in the elite membership, you still own the travel portal. Yeah. You own a travel business.
You can still sell it.
You're not a little rinky-dinky rep. You own a travel business. You own a software company. You provide ID Defender. You provide cash flow. You're in education. You own an financial education company. There's so many titles. You are an owner. So don't quit on yourself. Yep. And this is not about, we're not getting together for, don't quit. I want you to understand that's how I get up every morning. This is big for me. This is what I do full time. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but this is what I do. And just so you know, my background's financial planning. I'm licensed. I'm insurance licensed. I mean, I don't do it as much as I used to, but this is my business.
Yep.
My econ is my business. So.
Yep. Well, there you go, guys. Been about an hour. If you guys have any last minute questions or anything you guys want us to talk about, drop it in there. Otherwise, we'll get it wrapped up and we'll go and enjoy this beautiful day we're having out here. It's going to be about 70 degrees and sunny today. Picture perfect weather. Yes. Might rain later, but we'll see.
They said it was supposed to. When I got up this morning, I told Michelle, I was like, you said it was going to rain today. I'll see you later.
I think maybe later in the afternoon. We'll see. But either way, guys, this was fun to do here. Again, it was kind of, spur of the moment. We had said, hey, maybe this could happen. Maybe you'll be in the area. Maybe we can get this done. And here you go. And that's the beauty of, doing this full time and being able to work from home. And you guys can every single one of you guys make that happen. You just have to be in it long enough. Don't give up. Don't give up and don't quit on yourself. Right. So,
and let's have fun. Please.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't beat yourself up.
Yep.
Please have fun. Go out and get it.
Yep.
We're here for you.
All right, guys. Appreciate it. Rock on. Go out with a bang. You got to do 2 thumbs up. You do a thumbs up. I'll do a thumbs up. You ready? See if we'll go do the rock show. Oh no, it's doing it that way. How about this? Does that do it? I think that'll do it. Maybe.
Right, let me try it. What's the other one?
Two thumbs up. That's the balloons.
2 thumbs up?
Yeah, there you go. Going up with a bang. Wait for it. Wait for it. Hold on. Oh, there you go.
Hey, I